Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. We've got some pretty bad stuff happening in London right now, and it's not a terrorist attack, but a towering inferno as screaming residents are building ropes from sheets and leaning out windows as a huge fire at West London Tower block engulfs a 24-story building with 200 firefighters struggling to control the blaze. This thing, if you see the picture, the thumbnail that I put out on this video, it's unbelievable. It's out of control. Interesting to see a building engulfed in flames like this. The last time we saw something like this was in China, and that was a much taller skyscraper. Interestingly enough, neither one of these two skyscrapers, the one in London so far, not falling or collapsing as a result of fire. The only three buildings, I should say, to do that: World Trade Center 1 and 2 and World Trade Center 7. Those three buildings are the only three buildings skyscrapers to ever fall or collapse as a result of fire. And this is a stark reminder of why it's so important to ask questions, because those three buildings defied the laws of physics more so than any other building have in the history of humankind, as far as we know. Because here you had buildings, and you got to ask yourself, folks, I mean, really, what are the odds? World Trade Center 1 and 2. Two buildings to fall identically through the path of most resistance into their own footprints. Identically, twice. What are the odds of two buildings collapsing identically through the path of most resistance into their own footprints? Same with World Trade Center 7. Can't say it fell the exact same way. They weren't the same buildings. But office fires are said to be the blame of the collapse. Now, people will tell you, oh, well, it was the airplane that took out the center column, the core structure of the buildings, and the weakened outer structure and the weakened steel started to sag, and once it sagged, then the rest is history. And unfortunately, it just doesn't hold up, because there are many other skyscrapers throughout the world that have been engulfed in flames since 9/11 and before 9/11, well before 9/11, with much more archaic fireproofing. And guess what? They never fell. They never fell. So this West London Tower is something to pay attention to, because, again, it's a reminder of that fateful day where we were sold a story about how something unfolded that day, and all of our civil liberties melted on that day. The Daily Mail says desperate residents are building ropes from sheets in an attempt to escape from their windows as a huge inferno is engulfing a tower block in West London. The horrendous blaze has struck Greenfell Tower in Latimer Road, White City. And this is happening now. It's ongoing. 200 firefighters struggling to keep it under control. It doesn't look like it's under control. This thing looks like it's going to be a total loss at this point. A lot of residents out in the street. A lot of them being treated for illness from smoke inhalation. Of course, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to need some help here over in the UK. So hopefully everybody out there can, if they get some sort of fundraising set up, please, please, please help these people out. They're going to be displaced. They've lost everything. It's a horrible situation over in the UK. Some very good people without a home tonight. Again, a stark reminder. 9/11 certainly wasn't what they sold it as. And here's another example of a tower engulfed in flames. This one much more engulfed in flames than any of the Twin Towers. And still standing. So very interesting to watch. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.